Another week, another platinum trophy. This week we have swung over to New York to play Spider-Man. This is probably like my 5th playthrough of this game, and I just have a great time every time I do play. With the release of Spider-Man 2 coming out later this year on the PS5, I had to make sure that I got the platinum trophy on this account before it releases. And yes, that does mean that Spider-Man Miles Morales will be out in probably the next month or two. Before we start talking about the trophies though, pressing both like and subscribe helps the channel out greatly. So for Spider-Man, in regards to trophies, we are looking at 38 bronze, 10 silver, 2 gold, and of course the platinum trophy itself. The great thing about this game as well is that I can get all of these trophies not related to the story before the end of the game. This includes all of the collectibles and getting 100% in every district. Starting things off, we of course learn the controls of the game and manage to take down Fisk for the trophy, knocking down Kingpin. Now that the map is open to us, we go straight for the collectibles. First up are the backpacks, and for finding a total of 5, we receive the trophy Lost and Found. While fighting some enemies, I managed to perfectly dodge their attacks. Turns out that doing a perfect dodge for a total of 10 attacks results in me getting the trophy called Spider Sensible. A benchmark based trophy. Now these are for distances swinging, running along walls and rooftops, and for completing level 1 of the traversal benchmark, we receive the trophy King of the Swing. While swinging around, we of course need to unlock the map by going to all of the surveillance towers. For activating all of the towers, we get the trophy Amazing Coverage. Quickly back to the backpacks now, and we have already found all of them, which means we receive the trophy Backpacker. Shortly after this, as I was swinging away and travelling across rooftops, I get a trophy for travelling across the rooftops, which is called Wing It. Not sure why this wasn't given sooner, or it's related to a traversal benchmark. We are now able to craft an upgrade on a gadget that we have unlocked. For crafting our first upgrade, we receive the trophy The Scientific Method. Another benchmark trophy now, and this one is surrounding combat. For completing the level 1 combat benchmark, I received the trophy and Stay Down. So across the map there are these places called Fisk's hideouts. When you go to these areas, there are waves of enemies that come out and you need to defeat them. At the same time, there are objectives that you need to do. For completing these objectives, we receive the trophy Ace the Base. As I need to 100% every district and I want the last trophy to be me finishing the final act, when collectibles and hideouts become available, it is the first thing I do before continuing on with the story. The hideouts being one of them, I went through all of the districts, took down all of Fisk's hideouts for the trophy All the Kingsmen. So as I have never been to New York myself, I thought I would visit some of the most popular places in the game. For photographing all of the landmarks on the map, we received the trophy Sightseeing. While swinging around the map, you will hear on the police radio about crimes that are currently taking place. These happen in all of the districts and you need to complete 5 in every district. For completing 5 just in the one district, we get the trophy Neighborhood Watch. Next up is a favourite thing of mine to do, which is stealth takedowns. I enjoy stealthily taking down enemies any way that I can. So much so that I have now done this 75 times for the trophy Arachnophobia. Going back to stopping crimes in districts, and this trophy is in relation to one of those crimes. We have completed 10 vehicle takedowns for the trophy Overdrive. After unlocking several more spider suits and changing into them, I have worn 5 different suits for the trophy Snappy Dresser. As I had done every collectible up until this point, I continued on with the story a bit more. We ended up having to defeat Shocker, and for this we get the trophy Shock and Awe. We have now unlocked research stations. This is something that Harry sets up before heading off to Europe. Of course, this is another collectible that I need to do, so I go around the entire map, complete them all, and receive the trophy R&D. While heading to my next stop, I noticed the Avengers Tower. By going to the top and perching atop of it, we get the trophy Hero for Hire. Back into the upgrades of my gadgets now. I've done a total of 15 upgrades, which means I get given the trophy Science for the Win. The Black Cat is back and we find one of her collectibles, which of course is another trophy called Cats Out of the Bag. While heading to the Black Cat locations on the map to collect the collectibles, I took the subway. For taking the subway 5 times, you receive the trophy Born to Ride. And of course, shortly after this, I tracked down Black Cat for the trophy Cat Prince. There is just one more thing that I need to do before I move back onto the story, and that is a side mission where I have to catch all of Howard's pigeons. After a quick 10 minutes, we caught them all for the trophy Pigeon Hunter. So as everything up until this point has now been done, it's time to continue on with the story, and after just one quick mission, we completed Act 1 for the trophy Demons Emerge. Now that we are in a brand new act, this means a lot more things that we need to complete for 100%. We now have access to demon warehouses. These are similar to Fisk's hideout, and after going to all of the warehouses and taking them down, we received the trophy in a sanctuary. So before getting into any more collectibles and just things in general that I need to complete, it's that time again where I go after those miscellaneous trophies. First up, of course, we have to pay our respects to Uncle Ben. After visiting his grave, we received the trophy with great power. Our next trophy I get while working on the next one after this. For this, I have to chain together 4 unique tricks before landing. This can be done pretty easily, and for this we get the trophy Sticky and Tricky. The trophy that I was doing while I had the previous one required me to greet 10 citizens. Instead of walking around everywhere, I simply walked back and forth in an area which had a high foot traffic, and after a very long 20 minutes, I finally greeted those 10 citizens for the trophy Spider-Man About Town. Now that the miscellaneous trophies are done, it's time I worked on the Taskmaster challenges. Now the Taskmaster has different types of challenges scattered all over the map. These range from bomb challenges where you have to go to an area and destroy the bomb in time, drone challenges where you have to chase down a drone, combat challenges where you have to fight off against enemies, and finally stealth challenges where you have to take out a group of enemies all while in stealth. For the trophies, we of course have to get spectacular or better. First up is the bomb challenge, which gave us the trophy Short Fuse. Next is the drone challenge, which gave us the trophy Spy Hunter. Then it was the combat challenge for the trophy Fist of Fury, and finally we have the stealth challenge for the trophy Ninja. There are still Taskmaster challenges that I need to do, but for now I quickly made 10 pairs of enemies knocked together using trip mines for the trophy Hug It Out. Then of course back to the challenges, and I complete every Taskmaster challenge that is available in the city once for the trophy Challenge Finder. For doing this as well, we come up against Taskmaster in a fight and easily defeating him, we receive the trophy Master of Masters. Time for some side missions now, and we first complete the side mission which requires us to defeat Tombstone. For this we get the trophy Tombstone Takedown. There is also a side mission which involves corrupted students. For this we have to locate where the last image of the student was taken. Go to that location and knock the students out of being corrupted. After doing quite a lot of these, we receive the trophy Schooled. We now head back to the lab, as at this point all of the optional projects in the lab are now open to us. After going through all of these for about 15 minutes, I get all of these completed for the trophy A Bit of a Fixer-Upper. There was just one side mission left as well, so I defeated all of the enemies that I needed to defeat, spoke to the police officer and retrieved the trophy Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now that everything up until this point has been done, I quickly continued on with the story and we completed Act 2 for the trophy The Six Assemble. We are now in the end game territory. First of all, we have more hideout type places, except this time they are prisoner camps and also Sable outposts. We take down all of the prisoner camps for the trophy Back in the Slammer. Then we go around and take out each of the Sable outposts for the trophy Mercenary Tactics. To finish up the last of the trophies, I had to continue on with the story of the game. First up, we come up against both Electro and Vulture at the same time. By defeating both of these quite easily, might I add, we received the trophy Grounded. After defeating them, I leveled up to level 50. This means I have enough skill points to unlock the last skill. By unlocking that last skill, I get the trophy Superior Spider-Man. Back to the story now, and we come up against 2 more of the Sinister Six. This time it is Scorpion and Rhino. These 2 were definitely more difficult than Electro and Vulture. If I got to fight these 2 one-on-one, I probably would have had a better time, but while dodging Rhino, Scorpion loved to throw acid at you. Eventually I took them both down, which got me the trophy Sting and Smash. There was just one enemy left outside of Dark Ark, which of course was Lee. After a long and well fought battle with Lee, I finally defeated him for the trophy, staying positive. And we are now down to our last 3 trophies if we don't include the platinum trophy itself. I first want to purchase all of the suits that are available in the game. For this I need to go back and do some of the Taskmaster challenges again, as I need to reach the highest possible score on them to get more tokens. After about 30 minutes of trialing and failing, I finally finished the last one, purchased the final suit and received the trophy, a suit for all seasons. The next trophy I focus on is getting 100% completion in all of the districts. This thankfully wasn't that hard, just a bit time consuming. I had to swing back and forth and wait for crimes to happen in that district, stop them and then go and do another one. After about an hour of non-stop defeating enemies, I finally got 100% for the trophy, I Heart Manhattan. All that is left to do is come up against Doc Ock, and after a great fight sequence we finally managed to take him down and complete Act 3 for the trophy, Endgame. And with that we get the platinum trophy as well, Be Greater. If you enjoyed today's video, pressing both like and subscribe helps the channel out a lot, and don't forget to choose one of the on-screen cards right now.